everyone. Happy Friday. It's
Friday.
We're all just like, woo. I am excited though. This weekend will be nice. But hello everyone. Thank you for joining us on YouTube Gaming. I know it's been a little while since we streamed on here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we are back with another preview and with PGChocolate. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, of course. We're going to be going over the winter season, which is coming up next week. So the Duskfall season is coming to a close. It is going to end on midnight Pacific time of Tuesday, December 4th, which is next Tuesday. And then next Wednesday, December 5th, is when the winter season will begin. So we are just a week out from all of these new dragons coming to the game. For anybody who has been keeping an eye on the forums or maybe has tuned into our other live streams in the past couple days, the winter season, you know, the dragons are now announced, and we'll go over them today too. We also went over their spells, and today we are going to take a deep dive into the season structure. So basically what you expected from Duskfall and what you can now expect from the winter season. So yeah, do it. Sweet.
Bam.
Yeah. So
let's get some of the housekeeping stuff though out
yes,
of the way.
Exactly.
Like we always do. So right now we are running a Dragon Speaker giveaway, which will run through December 14th. We partnered with Alana, who is part of our CF as Belladine Soul, but she has written 2 books, and the first of the 2 books has been re-released in the United States, so now we get to have a giveaway for it, and you have a chance to win both books, a map of the world, and some in-game goodies.
Yeah, there's a lot that you can grab from it. So we have a blog post available on wardragons.com/blog if you would like to read all of the finer details about the giveaway itself. And of course, if you would like to enter, it does not cost anything to enter. All you can do, all you would like to do, is send in your submission. You can add in your in-game name if you want to receive gifts in War Dragons, of course. And you can also add your shipping address if you would like any of the novels in physical format. So Alana will ship them to you directly with a personalized thank you letter. So if you're interested in doing that, I believe, Arlena just posted a link into chat. So take a look at that. And then at the bottom, scroll down and you will see a link for the giveaway there. So all you have to do is put in your in-game name before the 14th and you will be entered to win. Sweet. Next up, Super Sigil Chests. So of course, because we are in the very last week of the Duskfall season right now, Super Sigil Chests are running. They will be available all the way until the season ends, up until midnight of Tuesday. So these will be available throughout the entire event that is happening right now, and will go away at the end of the season. So as a reminder, if you want sigil chests, they will be there until the end of the season. And of course, spend your sigils. The sigils will not come back, so make sure that you have spent all of them or as many of them as you can to gain as many rewards as you can for the season.
Alrighty. And last but not least,
yes,
I can never click it. There we go.
Is spell scaling. So this is another blog that we put out yesterday morning. It is a new announcement that we have basically said that we are planning to do spell scaling, and it is going to come to War Dragons in 2019. Our design team, so that's PG Lawson and PG Pulse, they are basically like championing this project, and they want to get your feedback about what kinds of, how spell scaling will really work. So we detailed all of the information in the announcement, which Arlena just linked in chat. Feel free to take a read through that. If you have any feedback that you'd like to provide, we are welcoming any and all feedback on the forum, so please feel free to provide that over there. A link to that forums thread is at the very bottom of the blog. So I would definitely recommend taking a read through, just seeing what we're up to and what our plans are. And we definitely want to get some of your feedback ahead of time, which is why we're announcing it now. So if you do have any feedback, please feel free to send that over to the forums.
All right.
And now, we finally do our preview portion of this stream. So Duskfall season. We gotta say goodbye to it. It's happening. So long. And with this introduction will be the winter season. So I made up this really derpy little poem, and it says, "It's time for a feast. Send in the snow. This season, dragons will be in Winter Yule." So Winter Yule. I know. I did. Winter Yule is going to be this season's name. The word Yule, the Jol, is a Nordic term that means Yule or feast, commonly referred to with like Christmas and things like that, but just, winter holidays and festivities in general. So Yule is a celebration. It's meant to be the Yuletide. So that is going to be the name of our winter season. Well, what are you laughing at? What?
This image should have used
Rainbowy doom.
Just was enjoying that one.
Yeah. So here's where we're going to go over the season structure. So I'm going to pass this off to Chocolate.
So week 1 we will be releasing the Mythic Warrior, the Discount Hunter Dragon, as well as the Sorcerer Dragon. There will be a placeholder stone at the end of the Mythic Warrior branch for the new dragon tier that will be coming out in January, but we are not planning to increase the brand cost this season. And of course, along with that, you get your egg token boost as well, which will also remain the same cost as last season.
Right. So what Chocolate is mentioning, right next to Arlene over here, we've got so all of these numbers are based out of thousands of sigils, just so you are aware. These are the exact same numbers that you're seeing from the Duskfall season. Nothing has been increased, so they will remain at the same amount throughout the Winter Yule season.
Okay, just to hop in and be our chat person as always. Cavaliers is not working at all. If there is an issue with Cavaliers, please contact our support team. It makes it a lot easier when I'm trying to bring it to an engineer and someone's already sent in a ticket to our team. Then it gets escalated to Dragon Punch, myself, PG Jared, so we can then push it to the engineers and be like, hey, there's this thing, can you fix it? So it does help. Please do the thing. Okay, let's see. Yes, Wednesday will be when the new dragons are released. Next week is the spell set. Well, technically we gave the spell set away yesterday, but yes, you are correct. Like all the cooldowns and
duration, information,
rage costs,
percentages,
everything involving that are.
Yes.
It will be next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll be posting a blog on Tuesday that will detail all of that information, and then the dragons and the season will begin on Wednesday. Sweet. So week 3, as per usual, similar to the Duskfall season, we are going to have the first of our 2 dragon riders for the Winter Yule season. The first one will be the discount, so same thing as we had with Portia for the Duskfall season. This dragon rider will be discounted for 2 weeks when it first comes out.
The first page.
The first page, yes. So that'll be week 3. As a reminder, next week, the beginning of the season is week 1, so you can sort of infer from there what dates the dragon rider will make its way to the game.
Yes.
Off the top of my head, I believe that's December
9th. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like I don't remember that much.
Yeah. And then following it up, we have the Wave 2. So, I mean, lots of this is very similar from the last season. Hopefully there shouldn't be any new surprises here. Same as Wave 1, the sigil prices will not be increasing. These are going to stay the exact same amount of sigil costs as the Duskfall season. And Wave 2 is going to see a legendary warrior, which will be coming as part of the bottom branch, another dragon rider, so similar to Lorenzo and Prospero from this season. And then we finish it up at the top with a mythic sorcerer. So same thing as the mythic warrior. This sorcerer will go to the Vanguard stone and also have that additional tiers stone once that tier is available in the game.
And actually, to get to the Vanguards, to get to the max level stone for the mythic is actually $25,000.
Oh,
500
great.
at the end is the reclaimable gold chest.
Oh, the extra chest
Yes.
at the end? Cool. So technically it's 25 if you don't want to grab those chests at the very, very end of the branch.
Those are really great if those you just want to get rid of. Crisis, did you get a haircut since the
I
last
did.
stream?
Hello. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. I did get a haircut. I donated my hair, so it is
Wow.
very, very short. Yes, that's why
awesome.
I did it. So yeah, I'll
That's really
see my
cool.
hair again in like 2 years. Yeah. Sweet. And then finishing it up, so week 8 of the Winter Yule season, you will see the Festive Dragon. So the Festive Dragon will work very similarly to other Festive Dragons we've had in the past. Of course, the last one being Somnus. The Festive Dragon will begin at the red tier and can be evolved through all of the tiers, all the way through the Vanguard tier for the winter season.
Click the thing.
All right, the thing has been clicked. So now we're just going to go over the dragons for any of you who may have missed it from the previous streams or on the forums. So these are the 3 dragons that will be available next week at the start of the winter season. So as you noticed on the season structure, we've got a legendary hunter, which will be the discount, a legendary sorcerer, and then at the top of that branch is the mythic warrior. So the one that you're seeing here is Gunnar, and Gunnar is our discount legendary hunter for wave 1 of the season. So Gunnar is an ice element dragon, and of course has the discount. So the discount will be applied to its entire branch starting at the beginning of the season on the 5th, all the way through 2 weeks until Tuesday, December 18th, when the discount will end. And our second one here, this is our legendary sorcerer, Hildur. Hildur is a Valkyrie type dragon. I don't know if dragons have types, but this one is a Valkyrie type. She's super awesome. She's got a really sweet spell set, and her whole thing is that she, helps shepherd the living to the dead. So she sort of like represents that in our lore. So she is the legendary sorcerer, and she is of the earth element. Sorry. It's Friday.
She helps shepherd the dead dragons to their home in their life. Not shepherd living dragons to the dead just so they can awkwardly stare at them.
Hey, did you know that you're dead?
Oh god.
So finishing it up, this is the mythic warrior for wave 1. It is pronounced Ord.
It's Erd, Verd, and Skuld.
Ord, Verd, and Skuld, I think, is the pronunciation. So yeah, it's a mythic warrior. Get ready. You take a couple practices of pronouncing it because it's going to be a time. I just like to call it UVS because that is really simple and easy. Yep. So this mythic warrior
as well.
Which one?
3-head.
3-head. Nice.
Is also good.
I like that. Or like Time Lord or something, because they represent that. But yeah, so mythic warrior and will be an ice element. So this is the one at the top of the branch. If you're interested in hearing a brief description of all of their spells, we did show that off on Facebook Live yesterday. So feel free to take a look on Facebook, facebook.com/WarDragonsGame. It's also available on the forums as well. Sweet. And then finishing it up here are our portraits. So, of course, as per usual, the legendary dragons will have portraits that accompany them in their seasonal branches. This is the Viking Scout, and this portrait will be available in Gunnar's branch, so the discount hunter. It starts off at tier 1. All the portraits will evolve as well to the final tier, and will also have an animated portrait. So this is going to be tier 1.
Sorry,
it's okay. It's cool.
We're good here.
Tier 2 is of course now up on the screen. So this one you can see the Raven is definitely getting more active. The Scout himself has grown a hood and some other accessories.
Can we just appreciate though, wouldn't he be cold without that in the first place?
Seriously.
Why does he not have the cape before? Is he just planning on freezing to death? Did they just send him out? They're like, you know what? You get to go freeze, and that's how you prove what you're doing.
He looks kind of like the villain in Mulan.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
The Viking version.
Yeah.
Yes, the Viking version.
non-Asian version.
Yes. I could totally see that, honestly.
Especially with the Raven or whatever he has.
Yep. Yeah, so just think about it like that. That's very good. Yeah, good reference.
Accurate.
Yeah. So this is tier 2, of course, with the hood now, so he's well clothed in the winter. And finally finishing it up, tier 3 is going to see full body armor on him. The Raven and both him and the Raven will gain a mask, which is pretty sweet. And then also all of these really cool runic markings will appear on his axes, his multiple axes.
What looks
I was just thinking that. I was like, he got Bowser arms now. So he is. So that's going to be Gunnar's branch portrait, the Viking Scout.
And then of course this one is also there is also an animated version of this.
Right.
We just have issues when we try and import animated things.
Right. And then for Hildur's branch, the portrait for Hildur will be the Shield Maiden. So this is the one that comes with Hildur. She's super cool. I'm a big fan of this portrait in particular. This one sort of does the same thing as you mentioned, Arlena, where it starts off with you know, she looks awesome, and yeah, she does have some clothing on her, but by the time you hit tier 2 of the portrait, that's when she actually has like fully clothed like clothing and like armor for the winter. So she might be a little cold now.
I'm telling you, they're like sending these people out with no clothes to be like, you know what, fend for yourselves and prove that you're worthy of being with us.
Also, like, take to the skies on a dragon and be extremely cold in the winter, but don't worry about having like armor or clothes on.
Yeah,
like,
you need nothing.
Yeah. That's tier 1. Tier 2, you know, she gets a little bit more, which is nice. Her spear and her shield are being upgraded as well, and she gets some war paint, which is pretty sweet. And then at the very end of it, she also turns magical. She herself gains a mask as well. And you can see the full body armor is now in effect too. So hopefully she's not cold anymore.
The crow.
The crow has green bananas.
We're bringing back the bananas.
Yes.
I'm apparently just never going to escape that.
Yeah. Probably not.
All right. Let us tackle some questions.
Yeah, so
do you need the sorcerer to get the mythic warrior? Yes, you need to complete Gunnar and Hilder's branches to be able to unlock UVS's branch. I'm just not going to say it a third time.
It's totally cool.
Twice was enough. There have been rumors about new land opening up in Atlas. Is there something you can tell us about it? Well, those are probably just rumors because I haven't heard anything about it just yet. But as soon as we hear something about more land expansion and more teams being added to Atlas, we will let everyone know. But as of right now, haven't really heard anything yet. All right. Will the rider be defensive or offensive? Have to wait and see. Spoil it just yet, unless Chocolate's like really feeling spoiling, but that's up to her.
Now, so of course, don't forget we have 2 riders that are coming out also. So either of those riders can be offensive or defensive.
I'll just say there's been a pattern in the past, and if you go back and look at some of the patterns, maybe you'll be able to decipher.
Gauge what's gonna be what.
What?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oops.
What week is the second batch of dragons coming out? That is going to be week 7, I believe. So if next week is week 1, week 7 is when the wave 2 will come out. So that includes the legendary warrior, the second dragon rider, and then the mythic sorcerer. So that'll be wave 2.
Is it gonna be me mixing leveling shards and epic gear again? I believe not. I think the shards will be on page 1, and the gear will be on page 2.
Cool. Yeah, so it sounds like we are bringing things back to the way that they were in Summer Flare?
I am level 15. Am I going to be able to get the Viking? Because in the portrait?
Definitely.
You should be able to get at least the first tier portrait.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
As long as you participate in the events, be able to get something.
Yeah, especially for the discount hunter, I was gonna say.
Yep.
Like, definitely take advantage of that as much as you can when the season starts. So if you're interested in the Viking Scout portrait branch, that is gonna come with the discount hunter. And yeah, I mean, the entire branch will be 50% off for the first 2 weeks.
Yes, there is a dragon already named Erd in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So as Karnrix talked about earlier in the week, that dragon will actually get a new name, and Erd will be part of the 3-headed dragon.
Yeah, I think we heard that we were going to try and change the name of Erd, right?
Yes, that's correct.
That is what he said.
Sweet. Yeah, I think Erd is from like the green tier or something, so it's been a little
really
while.
Really early on.
Yeah.
We're not sure what that dragon's name is going to be, or if it's going to have last I heard it was going to be like similar sound, so like something.
Right.
It's not going to be like Bob.
I hope it's Bob.
That would be amazing if it was Bob.
I'm pretty sure Karnrix would kill me if I suggested.
Oh my god, I hope so. Should be like, hey Karnrix.
Bobo.
We got the best idea for a dragon name for you.
Bob.
I mean, I did suggest to him that we do one with really simple names like Bob, Steve,
Yeah,
Sally,
yeah,
Jill.
That would be great.
yeah.
That honestly would be the best.
I mean, I'd
At
be
least
happy.
we
We
would.
know how
At
to
least
pronounce
we'd be
it.
able to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
Drogon says, "Chocolate, don't forget to accidentally spoil the first event of the season. It's tradition."
Is it
You don't know. You don't have to.
No,
Almost got me.
it just happened to be that coffee spoiled the event inevitably every time.
He would just
Spoiled
be
the
like, with
event.
the upcoming blank event, and then he'd be like, ugh.
And then I'd just shake my head.
Yeah.
Love
It's
it.
fine. Is all the line discounted or just the first page? So for the dragon, for the discount hunter, all of the line will be discounted.
So both pages.
Both pages.
It's just for the rider that the first page is discounted
Right.
and not the second.
Yep. Exactly.
Which of these dragons are you most excited to get to fly next week?
It's a good question. I kind of like, so I want to challenge myself with UVS. I don't.
UVS was when we were testing it. Real fun.
Yeah.
The skills of UVS is very unique.
Yes,
Very
yes.
cool.
Yeah, and it reminds me a lot of How, because of
Yep.
time shift, time stop, all that kind of stuff. So I don't have How in my personal game because I'm not up to Sapphire yet.
I do.
So
fun.
yeah,
Yes.
so this will be my first introduction into like that kind of gameplay and game style. So I just want to like challenge myself with it and see if I can really really understand what that kind of strategy is like. Because if it's done correctly, I think it can be extremely powerful.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the spells.
Nice.
I was trying to think of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, alter fate.
Alter fate.
That's it. Yeah.
When I last played this dragon, which is ago, Alter Fate, I actually liked a bit. I liked the synergy of UVS a little bit better than How. How is great, and I love that dragon, but How has such a steep learning curve. That was a rough dragon to learn.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like,
Yeah.
it definitely. What?
7, I think.
Find out. Uh-oh. Moved a bunch of stuff around. Not
Nope.
intended. Nope.
It was 6. Sorry.
Lies.
It was me. We'll just leave this up for a little bit for the season structure so everybody knows. As of week 8, the entire Winter Yule season will be available. So same thing as before, once the Festive Dragon is released, that is the last piece of content for the season. So week 8 is going to be when all of the season is officially available. And that should be happening sometime around the end of January, I believe. So
Yes.
that's when you can expect.
Are there going to be a chance to get older dragons like Canaris? No. That is definitely not a thing we are planning on doing. When will we see the spells? We actually did show them yesterday. So if you want to see them, you can go back and look at the Facebook stream. But they will be up on the blog on Tuesday with all of the rage costs, cooldowns, percentages, etc.
Right. Brendan asks, will the rider have the shards and gear mixed between the 2 pages? So Chocolate just answered this. The answer is no. The shards will be on the first page and the gear will be on the second page. So very similar to the structure in the Summer Flare season. That is what the dragon riders will see for this season.
Who do I think would win in a battle? Hilder or Canaris? Ooh. That's a rough one. Oof.
No.
I do like the idea where people are saying that a lot of like Canaris, Hilder is kind of Canaris redone.
Yes, because they both have like the spiritual like guardian.
They
with
both
them.
have a guardian.
Yeah.
Because Canaris has Dodo and
Yes.
Hilder has a spiritual guardian,
Yep.
which actually looks super interesting in game. Like I actually really like the way the guardian is. Hilder themselves is really cool, but yeah, it definitely this is a rough one. I don't actually know who's gonna do better.
Yeah.
It's also been a really long time since
I mean,
I've flown Canaris. 'Cause
yeah.
I don't have Canaris on my main account, so
No, it definitely it's interesting. I could see them being like equivalent, but I would have to fly them both to really get a real answer for you.
yeah. No, we are not flying the dragons today. That'll be next week when they release. Let's see.
Yes, farewell to the summer flare season. I couldn't think of anything like fun the same way for the Duskfall season. Like, I don't know. I didn't really have anything
farewell either. But
well, yeah, I know that was
happened.
That was all PG Reeve.
I was like, that
Oh,
happened.
of course it was PG.
It totally was. Yeah.
It's not even surprising anymore.
Yeah.
I really need to get that no sign so I can just hold it up whenever I'm asked the question of if dragons. I do need that sign. It really should just be a thing I keep in the room.
Yeah, just like hold it up.
Maxed out Pathox is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Like
I love Pathox. I have Pathox on my own game. I love it. So good. So yeah, for anybody who like made it to Pathox this season, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this dragon in your game. It is definitely one of my favorites so far.
Let the Duskfall fall into dusk.
Oh, I like that. Kind of nice.
Crisis, who did you donate your hair to?
That's a great question.
I donated my hair to Pantene Beautiful Lengths. Reason being that they offer real hair wigs to cancer patients free of charge. So it is a true donation. It's not like I'm donating it and then they're selling the wigs for profit. So I decided to do that just to, support cancer patients.
Oh goodness, a sparkly banner with an overdone no in calligraphy. That sounds about my speed.
Very much
right.
so.
Is winter season the season where we will finally get Chunk Knight as a rider? I wish.
I know.
I keep trying.
Yeah, we do say it. We bring it up. We're
I
like,
keep
hey,
pushing for it.
This is a thing.
That would be great.
Yeah.
It would be. Why can we not breed event or mythic dragons with each other from sea? I don't actually know.
That's an interesting idea.
We've heard this idea before
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Floated around.
But then it's
Yeah.
like, what do they breed?
Like maybe you get 2 legendaries and it breeds them.
Maybe, yeah.
I've heard ideas thrown around, but someone else will have to champion that design.
Yeah. How about the sun has set on Duskfall?
Ooh,
That's
I like
also
that too.
true.
That's
Mhm.
pretty good.
I like it, yeah. Play on dusk. I get it.
Maybe just place this no go somewhere. Event information. I probably should. No, you're totally fine that you asked the question. It just is one that gets asked at least once.
Too many
a stream.
times, yeah.
So
well, especially when we preview new dragons in the winter or seasonal.
So you are
seasonal
not
dragons,
alone
yeah.
in this question.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It's
is
not
more
you.
just. It is more just. We hear this question a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Another person is growing their hair long to donate to Hair for Kids.
Nice. Yes, I was looking at Hair for Kids as well. The only difference is that they have different requirements for the length. I think for them it was like a minimum of 12 or 14 inches or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
so
many inches did you donate?
I think I donated like a solid 10 to 12, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't.
I mean, my hair was long.
I know.
I can't do it. Like my hair just the longest.
It doesn't grow.
No, it does. It grows a ton. Like this. You saw how long it was earlier in the year, and this is like I cut it, and then it grew another like 2 inches in a couple months. Why I get it re-dyed all the time.
I was gonna say they also don't take dyed hair.
There is that too.
So that's a thing too.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
which I'm good with.
Yeah. This is the 3rd time I've donated my hair.
Wow.
So like I'll just keep going.
Good plan.
Yeah, it's
is
fine.
there a plan to be able to breed dodo peer again?
I wish it bothers me that I don't have it. So.
Yeah, same. I don't have
it's
him
very
either.
tilting for me. I'm a completionist, so
At some point, dodo peer will come back. Probably.
Yeah, maybe we can consider.
Just so chocolate can
exactly.
finish
I
it.
have to go push for it.
Yeah. Well, especially some of those like special dragons like Chunk, Dodopeer, all those kinds of ones. Those would be pretty sweet to see sometime.
Yeah. It just bothers me there's a hole in my collection.
When is the new tier coming out? In 2019.
Yes.
Why not release everything at the same time and let people decide? We actually have talked about this. It's something that we've talked about. We're still not sure when or if we're gonna try that at some point, but it is something that we have thought about and tried to decide where we want to go with that one. Goodness.
Is the Festive Dragon on discount? The Festive Dragon,
No.
I don't believe will have a discount. So
No.
the ones that do say discount above us right now, so that is the Dragon Rider right behind me, and then the Discount Hunter above Chocolate. Those are going to be the two dragons and Dragon Rider that will be on discount for the season.
Why can we not have make a gift for someone in game?
It's Apple policies. Apple just doesn't allow us to allow gifting.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep, that's why. What happened to not making another dragon like How is supposed to be? I don't know.
It's a question for Lawson and Pulse. They were the ones who decided the drag.
Oh goodness. We should have a pink dragon for oh man, that was kids research, and a purple dragon for fibromyalgia awareness. That would be cool.
We did that whole red promotion a couple years back.
Yeah.
That was cool. I would love to see something like that again too.
Uh,
Florentino, just so you know, people are putting their in-game names into chat in order to be eligible for this week's giveaway. So every week on stream, we host a giveaway where 10 winners will receive prizes in relation to that current week's event. So we've got the fortification event that's going on right now. So the prize is going to be 5 gold chests and 5 lumber packs. So all you need to do is add in your in-game name into chat, and then you'll be eligible to win that.
I like new tier in 2019. That's a little vague. Well,
I know, we've got the whole year.
I mean, to be fair, if there is a plus for a stone, then you could probably infer that it's coming out sometime during the season.
Yeah. Also, take a look at our pattern of releasing tiered dragons in the past, and you might have a little better
Figure
idea
it out.
of what's going on. Yeah.
Am I the only person in here with Dodo Pier? You
Probably.
just might be.
Probably. Aw, thanks, Denise. If no one tells you, you do a wonderful job. Thank you. We
Nice.
appreciate that.
I only have one dodo missing. I have the rest. There's a lot of people with just one or two.
Mm-hmm.
How did
One
you get
dodo,
that? Jordan?
not
I don't
dodo.
even know.
Dodo Pier? It was a special event, wasn't it?
It was like a special breedable during a breeding event.
It was kind of like chunk.
Wow.
It was basically chunk.
If you had the parents, then it was like, oh, you can get this.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I thought I saw something.
Let's see.
Where is it? Oh, what's your best methods for farming sigils? So we have 1 week left in the Dustfall season, and of course it's the fortification event. My suggestion would be just go to town, upgrading all of your base structures. So that's your forge,
Base island.
your core base structure. So the very mid core base. So that is the breeding castle, the dragon's den, the forge, the storage hut that you have. All of those are really great because when you upgrade them, it only takes a couple seconds for them to finish building. So you actually don't have to waste any time, waiting for the tower to finish building up to the next level. So that is super, super valuable, and you get all of those points in the fort event during it. So the more points you get, of course, the more sigils you'll receive based on the event prizes. So that would be my suggestion.
Also, we actually left in the 25% point threshold reduction we had put in earlier in the season for the last event of this season.
Yep.
So you guys should definitely take advantage of that because essentially this event is 25% easier.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that are working with you for the last event this week. So definitely try to upgrade your buildings, and on top of it, as you upgrade, you'll level up too. So it's a nice perk all around.
Yeah.
The festive is currently up behind us. It's gonna release week 8.
Yes, week 8 is probably around the end of January, give or take. So that is approximately when you'll be able to see the festive in game.
When do we get our portraits from Temple Raid? You should have already received them. If for some reason you didn't, then send a ticket in to our support team, and they'll be able to help you out with getting that.
And to confirm, it was Glacius.
Yes,
Yeah,
Glacius.
Glacius.
Let's
Yes,
see.
the ice one.
Yes.
The Ice Guardian. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you guys are right. The Den is the one that doesn't have any upgrade times. So if you have the option to upgrade the Den, I would highly recommend it.
Okay. There was another question about gifting. Oh, being able to send gifts to friends, is this coming back? Likely no,
Yeah.
because it is a app store. It's within it's an Apple requirement that you do not enable that. So it would be bad if we did. Let's see.
Which event is the first in Winter Yule? So we announce weekly events every week on Monday on the War Dragon social channels. So keep an eye on Monday on War Dragon's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we'll announce the event there.
I like spoiled.
I know.
Wow.
We're really trying here.
Yeah, you are really trying. I see you.
I feel like there's enough clues out there.
Yeah. You could infer for the most part.
I think you guys can figure it out.
Everything is better with dragons. I agree. Everything is better with dragons. I've gained such a love for dragons since I've been playing this game. It's really great because there's just so, when I think of a dragon, I'm like, oh, okay, generic dragon. It's got wings and a face and some claws. But,
You've clearly not read enough.
No, I haven't. Because playing this game, it's like, hundreds and hundreds of dragons. And then, of course, there's way more dragons out in the world for people, like, making them and creating art around them. And there's just so many. And I feel like I've been missing out.
I feel like you.
Well, that's because, like, you're the resident reader of our team.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
PG Jared reads
That's true.
a ton, too. That's just me. And
He's mostly into poems, though.
no, he reads a lot of books.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, we share book recommendations. And then Dragon Punch is a super comic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's really into comics.
Nice.
It's great.
I did not know that.
Yep. We have a lot of readers on the PX team.
I have to ask him about that.
Let's see.
So, Zenith, will the Winter Yule season start Wednesday? Yes, it will. So, Wednesday, December 5th, at approximately 2 or 3 p.m., something like that, I don't know, is when the season will begin.
Is the festive dragon this season going to be better than Somnus?
I personally am very excited.
I think the design for the festive is
I
love it.
Absolutely love the design for the festive.
It's very cool. I am very excited for it.
Like,
yes.
No matter how that dragon plays, I will get that dragon.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful dragon.
It's just really, really pretty.
It's really, really pretty.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really know its spell set entirely just yet, so, still being worked out. So, we'll let you know as it gets closer to the Festive Dragon's release.
But it is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is. Like, honestly, all of the dragons this season do look really cool.
They do.
Even if some are not my, like, favorite for flying, or, like, I'm just not into their spell set or anything. Like,
they look
above
amazing.
all else, they look
Yeah, you're not
and
wrong.
there's definitely a portrait I want this.
Oh, I think I know which one
Oh,
you're talking about.
yeah.
Because that is the portrait I want.
There is definitely a portrait I want this season.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
There's only so many options for portraits here.
Yeah, I'm just thinking through.
It's not like we really.
I think I know which one.
It's not like we have a portrait in every branch to have to worry about.
Yeah, there will be 5 portraits total for the season. So 2. I believe it's a she, yeah.
Yes.
Two are coming next week. One with the Hunter Gunner and one with the Sorcerer Hilder. There will be another portrait coming with the Dragon Rider, the discount Dragon Rider, which is going to be the Dragon Rider itself. And then in Wave 2, the final 2 portraits will be there with the Legendary Warrior Dragon and the second Dragon Rider. So you can expect to see 5 total different portraits, and each of them will have different evolution tiers and an animated portrait at the end of that.
gonna be rough because where the portrait lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's so pretty.
It's worth it though. Yeah.
Yeah. We totally will tell you, like, we adore this portrait. The second we saw all the portraits, because we of course get to see them early on in the process. And the second I saw that one, I definitely told Carter, because I was like, I need that.
Yeah.
Like, now.
Yeah.
Like, do I have to wait for it? Like, do I?
Can
I just have it now?
Yeah.
Like, is that a problem?
I mean, it's not physically in the game right
It's
now,
not.
so we can't actually like have it.
Use it.
Yeah, but we get to look at it and just compliment it.
Does UVS have the same in-game model as Ith and Ferox?
Oh, good question.
Don't actually know.
That's a great question. I'm not sure. Sometimes Carnix and the team will make custom like rigging models for any of the special dragons in the season. For example, Pathox was one of those that recently was created as a custom model. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a custom model for UVS, but I don't know.
I think it had to have one because it has heads.
Right. But is that the same for Pharaoh and Ith? Yeah, I don't know.
No.
We're not artists, but we could ask.
Why is there never a portrait with the festive dragon?
Oh.
I just turned my head to you.
The Festive Dragons branch is filled with all of the tier stones, so that takes up like a pretty solid portion of the branch itself.
Sure. I think if you added that in, it would just clutter it, and we couldn't fit. You'd lose a prize. It would be
sacrificing a prize in order to get the portrait. Yeah.
Also, the art team doesn't have capacity. So
however many,
yeah. I mean, these are 5 portraits with 4 variations of each portrait. So they're looking at 20 total pieces of art in addition to the dragons that they have to deal with every season.
Yeah. And we've been making special holiday themes.
That's true.
As well.
Which is fun.
Right, because the Headless Horseman branch was the most recent one. So, yeah.
Maybe something for
maybe.
Christmas.
Maybe. Have you decided which dragon you're going to get? So out of the hunter and the sorcerer, I like Hildur in terms of her like aesthetics better, but Gunnar is the discount dragon, so I might go for Gunnar first just to take advantage of that and then work on Hildur. So
I know that I want to go for UVS. So I will probably go for Gunnar first. I may go for the rider this season. I did not go for any right. I went far enough in Portia's branch to get the portrait and then stopped. I didn't really need another offensive rider or even a defensive rider right now. So I decided to skip out on a rider this season.
That's fair.
Also because I went for a rider in this season.
Oh,
so I did not need
that makes sense.
Another.
Those are some pretty cool portraits.
Let's see. Are we gonna make elemental embers less rare to obtain? We definitely are looking at all the different consumables and currency and reevaluating how they're dropping and where they're dropping from.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at this comment from Jim that says, if UVS got into a fight, who would win? My guess?
I take the middle head.
I would take the future head.
Both sides.
I would take the S, which is the future dragon head. I don't know, because it could see the ultimate, outcome of what was going on. So.
Yeah, but because there's so many different outcomes, it won't exactly.
Maybe, yeah.
Because future, depending on which
the timeline of events.
Well, also depending on which version of time you look at and stories of time you look at, there's either the it's always set in stone, or there's the multiple different versions, so you never, each is still an option until it's not.
Right.
Let's see.
It's a good question.
So nothing like the Headless Horseman branch this season then. Is anything like that going to happen again?
I wouldn't expect something exactly like that, but maybe a variation. Holidays could be expected.
times. Hopefully the egg token boost won't be broken. I hope not either.
Yeah.
That was a headache for everyone.
Theoretically, it should be.
Like I said, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed on for everyone.
Let's see.
Will you do a live draw for the prize winner?
We do not. We don't have the capability to do that on YouTube Gaming. The only one of our streams that we are able to do that on is Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch just has a lot of like third-party services and software that can be hooked up to Twitch channels to offer that. So, we use Moobot on Twitch that allows us to just draw raffle winners randomly out of a pool. But YouTube Gaming hasn't really developed something like that yet. So if and when it comes out, then we can definitely, have that and host it. But for now, we will just gather everyone's names and then randomly choose 10 after the stream ends.
We use a similar thing for Facebook. I just have yet to see if we can do the same during a stream because we use it after, and it works in the same RNG sense. But we just have not tried it during a stream for fear that it will decide it's just not going to have it.
Right.
That would be awful.
Yes, it would.
This is a fun one to address. Would really love if the portrait got no background option. Backgrounds are fine for concept and 9 game. So during the Headless Horseman branch, this is very interesting because we offered the option of no background, or both. And the most popular option was with background by 2 times the popularity as any of the other 2 options.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. Which is really interesting.
It is, yeah.
The claim rate with background was, double either options.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
So.
Yeah, it's super interesting to me, like, because I totally understand the, like, request for no backgrounds, especially when you're in, like, when you get to that battle screen and you can really just see the portrait for all that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's so interesting.
Yeah, numbers don't lie.
Wow. Well, look at that.
Any spoilers for the spring 2019 theme? That would be a question for Karnix.
Yeah. So the spring 2009 theme has a theme. I have a theme for it, but that's really all I can say.
It's very exciting though. Again,
where did I get my hair done? I get it cut and dyed by the same person. But I don't actually get it done. This is just my natural curliness. I naturally have curly hair. Now, didn't used to. It is a fairly new.
It's a new thing.
Yeah, my
so
hair
crazy.
Changed textures in
crazy
the last
how hair
couple
can do
years.
that?
It went from like bone straight to wavy to now it's actually curly.
Oh.
But this is what happens when I half blow dry it and half let it dry. If I let it dry on its own, they can both attest to I have really big ringlet. Naturally,
nice.
Is very.
Yeah. How much of a boost does the egg token give this season? So every season, the egg token boost, it's been the same for every season that I've been here, so I would assume it will stay the same. But for the Winter Yule season, the first portion of it, you can spend 3,150 sigils, and you can get a 100% bonus. And then if you spend 6,300 sigils, you can get a 125% bonus. So that bonus will stay for the remainder of the entire season. So if you get it early, you can get that benefit for all of the season while it's still around.
Would really love a Greek mythology theme. I know.
That'd be cool.
We had a very lovely discussion about it yesterday on stream because Lawson and I both agreed very much.
On that?
Yes.
Specifically?
Because we were talking about how he knows more about mythology, and I was saying if you have Greek mythology or Egyptian mythology, I'd be able to give more.
I would love an Egyptian-based season.
It was one of the cool things I saw.
Oh, nice. Did you go to the King Tut thing?
I did, and it was super cool.
Yeah, that's a rotating exhibit.
There were a lot of things that have never left Egypt on display, so it was very. Let us see. How does one track down the elusive PG Carnix? He usually, during our preview streams, when we do the first wave and the second wave, usually will be on Twitch the first day.
Yep.
He also does lurk around the forums too.
Yeah, he's a lurker. So if you want to, DM him for anything, then you can probably reach him that way too. Just don't spam him.
The 200 and 250% bonus will be missed. I can imagine.
I'm glad we did that though. I think that was like a good step, a good resolution.
When are we gonna add more languages? I don't know.
That's a good question. We have a lot of text, I think, in the game.
There is.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't mean that we can't
translate it into.
Like,
I should know this because
in
I
the
handle a chunk of the
languages.
translation.
It's like 15 or 17 languages right now,
Yeah.
something
Sounds
like
right to
that. Yeah.
There are a lot of them. Yes, the discount hunter will be half of the sigil cost listed
Yes, correct. So the
For 2
31
weeks.
that you see up there,
for 2 weeks.
right, for the first 2 weeks that the season is happening, that 31 will be cut in half. So it'll be 1550, right? Yeah. 15,500. That's, yes. 15.5 compared to that.
1550 is
Yes.
not quite right.
Right.
Yes, I knew
Yeah,
what you
not
meant at
bad.
least. Does any team that gets into Platinum League gain access to Atlas? They do not automatically gain Atlas access. They will likely be added in a rollout when we do another one. Usually that is what happens. Is once you get into there and you stay there, then when we do another rollout, we will include anyone who has gotten into the current league and above.
Right. So whenever the rollout happens, if your team is in Platinum at that moment, then you will gain access to Atlas.
Well, technically it's as of the rebalance.
Oh, okay.
The week of.
We'll specify when
We do
when it
specify,
is.
so don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah.
If we do win, will the prize just be on our account? You actually have to claim it like you would your team prizes. But it will say YouTube Gaming.
Yeah,
so
it'll
you'll know
pop up,
exactly
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
But it is in that same section where you claim all the team prizes and value pack thing.
Reciprocation.
Yeah, that thing. That I never know what it's called, but the thing your teammates send from value packs.
Yes. Yeah.
I hate claiming.
Oh, it is.
It takes forever. I fully admit that I keep meaning to make that. I've
A claim
put
all.
it out there
Yeah.
that we should make it a claim all, but I need to
Yeah.
sit down and take
A
it.
claim all would be so nice.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
very
here
nice.
for it. Yeah.
It's one of those quality of life
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
features.
Any status on the chest drop issue? Support has been telling people there isn't a problem with chest drops.
Really?
That's interesting because I've literally yelled at the support team a few times about that. So, if you have an example of like a ticket in the last week or so where that's happened, feel free to DM me on the forums and I will go deal with it. But in terms of status on the chest drop issue, it is still being looked into. We're getting closer to figuring out what the root cause is, but it's, from what I'm hearing from the engineers, it sounds like it's kind of along the same lines as like the cloak bug, where it's buried deep in the code, in some of the older code, that it might not be in fix. So we're looking at ways to change the way that chest drops work, so that way we don't have to worry about people not getting dropping.
Yeah.
Cool.
How long is there in between rollouts in that case?
TBD.
The last rollout was a few months ago.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah. I don't know exactly when the next rollout would be, but likely not until 2019 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say since Gunnar is half off, it will take about 1K sigils? No.
And not 1K to finish the branch. Maybe 1K to get like the first stone, but even that, I don't know the exact
I
numbers.
don't remember off the
Yeah.
top of my head.
Definitely not for the whole branch.
Yeah.
That sounds plausible to get to.
So yeah,
To get to
with
the
discount, I
dragon,
think
that
so.
sounds about right.
That sounds about.
Let's see.
Yes, the hunter will be discounted on both pages, not just the first page. On the other hand, the dragon rider will be discounted on the first page and not both pages.
Yes. And we did address earlier that the rider branch will likely have the shards on one page. Here on the second.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there going to be another forum AMA for other people like the QA?
Yes, there is. We actually have a couple others that are planned. So keep an eye out on the social channels for War Dragons, and we'll let you know when the next one is coming.
But we'll give you a hint. One will be in December.
Yes. Yeah, it's coming up.
That's the hint.
Yeah. Cool. All right, well,
That's
I think
pretty much
that about
all we
concludes
got.
it, for today. Thank you, everyone, for your questions, and, of course, thanks to you two for joining today. Yeah. If you...
Why are you thanking me? I'm always
You're
here.
always here. Thank you for being you. So if you want to recap of anything that we went over today, this will be available as an archived video on our YouTube channel, so you can take a look at that. The other streams from this week for previewing the Winter Yule season, so on Twitch and Facebook Live, those are also available as archived videos if you'd like to view them. And of course, next week the season begins, so you can expect to see a blog post on the wardragons.com website that will feature and detail all of the dragons, their spells, the portraits, all of that information will be available starting next week.
It will also be on the forums.
Yep.
In case you're like super.
Yeah, if you're into the forums, we got you.
Yeah, we got you covered.
Yep.
All right, everyone. We will see you all later. Have a great weekend.
Yes.
Bye.
Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next week.